morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Monday morning, coffee kind of morning. Wanted to continue my Albums to Discover series. Having a great time doing that. Before I do, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Leave awesome comments because I always try to respond to comments to help me support my channel and to help me continue with these awesome Albums to Discover series. Also a Look At series as well, and having a great time doing both. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone's comments, their likes, their subscriptions. You guys are amazing. Love you all. So Shuffle came up with this album. Definitely not my favorite album cover. This is Humble Pie's Greatest Hits. This is the UK version. It's on the Immediate Records version of division, of Pie Records. Awesome stuff on here. Mainly from their first 2 or 3 albums. But really good stuff. So Humble Pie is a great English rock band from Essex, formed in 1969. One of the first supergroups, really, in both the US and UK. They've had big hits like Black Coffee, 30 Days in the Hole, I Don't Need No Doctor, Natural Born Boogie. Unfortunately, none of which are on this Greatest Hits album. I wish they would have made it a double album and added these hits on there. It would have been fantastic. It would have been fantastic. 2 awesome guitarists, the amazing performer, vocalist, guitarist in his own right, Steve Marriott, who we lost too soon. And of course, Peter Frampton, an amazing artist in his own right, an amazing guitarist. Went on to have a huge solo career. Frampton Comes Alive, one of the biggest live albums ever. The band's a combination of hard rock and blues rock and boogie rock, rhythm and blues. Also, Steve Marriott, before Humble Pie, was a member of the Small Faces, another great English band, who went on to become the Faces with Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood, and the rest is history, so to speak. Awesome stuff. So, again, the UK version of this album cover, which is not the prettiest album cover in my opinion, doesn't take away from the album though. It features Peter Frampton, Jerry Shirley, Greg Ridley, and Steve Marriott. What a lineup! What a lineup! 1977 release, again on the Immediate Records division of Pie Records. You got Natural Born Woman, Desperation, from the first album, As Safe as Yesterday. A Nifty Little Number, Like You, from As Safe as Yesterday. Every Mother's Son, from Town and Country, their second album. Alabama 69, from As Safe as Yesterday. The Sad Bag of Shaky Jake, from Town and Country. Home and Away, from Town and Country. You got Heartbeat, you got Silver Tongue from Town and Country, and As Safe as Yesterday from the title track from their debut album, and Down Home Again. Awesome songs. So good. I think Greg Ridley, the drummer, if I've got that correctly, was only 17 when he started, which is pretty remarkable. Let me just verify that, if I've got the band members correctly. I'm pretty sure that's it. I apologize. It's Jerry Shirley was the drummer. I apologize. 17 years old. Remarkable. Greg Ridley was the bass player. My bad. Sorry about that. I've got a few of their albums. here. I don't have their first album, but I do have Town and Country, their second album. Sorry for the glare. And there's a bit of ring wear on this one for sure, but the vinyl itself is in great shape. Sounds good. This is the the US version of this album cover. There is a UK version, which is a little nicer album cover for sure. It's mostly an acoustic album, where their first album and their remaining albums were hard and heavy and rockin'. This has got quite a few acoustic numbers on it. Still has a couple of great rockers on it. Some sitar played by Steve Marriott. A bit of country in there. Some awesome acoustic by Peter Frampton that would continue on with his solo career. Love this album. It's such a great album. I already mentioned some of the tracks off of Town and Country appear on the Greatest Hits album that we're talking about. Every Mother's Son, The Sad Bag of Shecky Jake, Home and Away, and Silver Tongue. Awesome stuff. One of the great live albums out there, Performance, Rockin' the Fillmore, this is on AMM label. 1971 live album, recorded at the Fillmore East. Again, hugely successful live album. Reached number 21 on the Billboard charts, 33 in Canada, top 40 in the UK. Unfortunately, it's only an hour long. For now, a live album, it should be longer. I Don't Need No Doctor is the big hit off of this one. Unfortunately, again, none of the tracks off of Live at the Fillmore are on the Greatest Hits album. Just before the release of the Fillmore live album, Peter Frampton left. Him and Steve Marriott weren't getting along all that well, and left, I don't know, perhaps on to bigger and better things, but it took away from the greatness of the band. Not that they weren't a great band without him, but just that chemistry between them all. They do a 16-minute version of Rolling Stone by Muddy Waters on this one. Just remarkable. Love the album. This was my introduction to Humble Pie way back. Of course, being a young teenage boy, the cover intrigued me. This is Thunderbox. Great album, Thunderbox. 7th album by Humble Pie, released in '74. Hit number 52 on the 200 charts. Again, my introduction to Humble Pie. 12 of the songs included 7 covers. Groovin' with Jesus by the Violin Aves. That's a weird name. Ann Peebles' song, I Can't Stand the Rain. Steve Marriott's vocals on that one are just off the charts. And To Go to Him by Arthur Alexander, also recorded by the Beatles originally. Ooh La La Dee Da by the Staple Singers. No Mercy Down by Chuck Berry. Just a great album. And I love every song on it. It's just so good. The word Thunderbox is a slang. It's a 17th century slang word for toilet. Hence the keyhole, where you have the woman sitting on the toilet there. Little risque album cover perhaps, but that was Humble Pie's sense of humor. And then my last album that I have of these guys is On to Victory. This is on the Atco label. This is another great album. So 5 years before this album came out, Humble Pie was in a bit of a breakup. Steve Marriott put the band together again. They reunited. They created this album, the 9th album of the band, 1980 release, and it featured the vocalist and guitarist Bobby Trench from the Jeff Beck Group, and Anthony Sudi Jones, and bassist and drummer, still drummer Jerry Shirley, and of course the great Steve Marriott. Number 60 on the charts, "Fool for a Pretty Face" was a single off this one. To promote the album, Humble Pie toured with Ted Nugent and Aerosmith on the Rock and Roll Marathon tour. It's a great boogie album. It's just so good. So good. So if you don't know Humble Pie, this probably would be a great album to start out with. I'll be showing a picture probably in the video of the US version, sorry, the UK version, or the US version of this. I can't remember now. I think this was the, man, yeah, UK version. So I'll see if I can find a picture of the US version to add to this, and I think it's a little nicer cover than this one. So there you have it. There's my look at Humble Pie's greatest hits on an album to discover. Let's see what's next. I guess dogs. There's my collection there. We'll go up to, and if I choose an album I've already talked about, I'll pick another one. Go to random item. Hit the wrong button. Having a good time here. Bad English. Great band featuring John Waite. Looking forward to that one. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.